Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and I thought I would work on the Friday Freebie a little bit. So this is what you got. I have already done one of my birds. You got some birds, and they can be used as journal cards, or you can cut them out, whatever way you want to do. And I think you got 3 pages. So I didn't cut this one out. I just left it and then put it on these little envelopes. These envelopes will be in the store this afternoon. I just got these in, and so I will put some of these in the store this afternoon. And I'm folding it so that I can stitch it into a signature. And I have cut this end so that there's 2 pockets. And I love how they sound. And then I used one of our new punches. This is a new punch from Spellbinders, and it makes this little notch in there. Let's see, let me get something. Slide it in there. It's like the envelope punch board, only you don't have to do the punch board. And it makes that little punch. And then the other side rounds the corner if you want it to. I'll put this one in. Well, can't round a corner that's already been rounded, can you? There we go. So we got that one in, and then we also got this one in. I know a lot of you had been waiting for this one. Now this is the same thing of my purple one. I just got my purple one off of Amazon. These we got from our supplier. These are Dress My Crafts. Very good. So I'm sure this one will last a lot longer than mine will. But we got those in. So I'll link both of those below in case you want to go check them out. But right now we're going to play around with some of these. Now on this side, I don't know what I'll do in the middle. I may just put a card where you can journal on it. But on this side, I thought I would just put a bird that's already cut out. And I liked that little bit of red behind him. But I do want a little piece of book page, I think. Yeah, I think I want just a small piece behind there. And this is some of that very, very old, precious book page that I got from Rachel from Roxy Creations last year, or year before last. I did look it up, and it was 2 years ago. So, and I'm just going to put a little piece behind him that'll just kind of break it up from what the envelope is to the bird. So make the bird stand out a little bit more. And then I think I need a label back there. I'm just going to grab some blue labels that my sweet friends cut out for me. Thank you so much. And we might just put that one back there. It says I can't even talk. 1872 on that, and then on here it says 1715. So I like those dates showing. Yeah, I think we'll put this, but I'm going to round these corners. And I'm going to see if this punch is going to do it. I don't know if it will or not. We'll see. Well, yeah. It takes a little bit more than my other corner rounder, but it's made to do on your desk and not hold in your hand. It does the job. There we go. So how are you guys today? I didn't get the last video up for the lap book last night, but I do have it ready to go up, so it should be up in a little while. Now, deciding where I want that. Okay, I think that gives me an idea of where I want it. I think I told y'all we restocked on our glue. Thank goodness. I was scared that we was going to run out, or that I was going to run out, and I didn't have any more. I was getting nervous because I don't use just any kind. I know this one is tried and true, so that's why I like to use it. Now, I don't want to cover up any of my words on there, because that actually says Frederick O. Prince, Baltimore, Maryland. And then for the bird, I want to just take his head right into that so that my pieces kind of collage instead of having them all separated. To me, it looks better that way. I mean, that might just be me, but, and I didn't get it perfectly straight, but we're going to go with it anyway. It's straight enough for me. I think we, speaking of the lamp books, I think we have 5, maybe, or 4 of the kits left. And then they will be gone, and I'm not getting any more of those. I don't think they have everything that I would need to get more anyway. Okay. So, and some of these little tickets that I got, I also ordered a pile of these. We're going to be putting more kits together of just little odds and ends for journaling, and some of these will go in your kits. So I just pulled me out a little batch of them. I got to get a wipey already. My hands are like, ugh. And I've only been sitting here 5 minutes. Okay. So, I like that. So you can trim them out or you can put them on just like they are. And then this will go in my journal as a page. Well, as a page pocket. I'll stitch it in, you know, there, and it'll be a page pocket. And then I'll put probably some cards on here where they can journal on it if they want to. And then we'll slide all kinds of goodies down in there. So there's one. All right, let's see. I think I want to use... Oh, I like that one with all the little birdies around it, but I think I'm going to use this one this time. No, let's use this blue one. We'll do him. And I'm trimming a little bit extra off of them just so that my book page and everything else will show. So I'm trying to trim on the side that, you know, like this side, and not cut everything off of them. Poor little tails. Don't cut all their poor little tails off. Whoops, I need to get this on a flat surface. When you're using the tear ruler, and I've had a few people that have come back to me after purchasing and saying, I can't get these things to tear right. You need to be on a flat surface. You don't need to have other papers under you. You can trim it like that, but you really have to put a lot of pressure on it. And as you know, my hands don't do a lot of pressure. They just won't do it. I'm going to go ahead and trim this one out while I'm at it. See, even that little piece would hinder it, so we're going to, don't want to cut his beak off. Trim right there. And then right about there. And then that will be another one that we can use. Now, they really work good when you use them like they're supposed to be used. Okay, let's see. Let me grab another envelope. And I may use one of these this time. These are some that's already up in the shop. These are the newspaper print bags, and I called it an envelope, but they're bags. These are really good to make little journals out of. I love them. But we're going to make some journal pockets out of this. Now I'm going to fold it right there, and then I'm going to cut some of this off, and that will cut that open so that it'll make a pocket. I'm just using my trimmer over to the side instead of pulling it in the camera and then having to put it out. Oops, need to move that. There we go. We got that trimmed, and then let's use our little punch. I saw that Spellbinders had these a while ago, and I started to order them, and I had them in my cart, and I don't know why I didn't go ahead and order them. Evidently I took them out of my cart, or I don't know what, but anyway. So I saw them in there the other day again, and I thought, I'm getting those this time because I kind of like that little divot. I like different things, and I don't like doing the same thing all the time. So I like, you know, the round punch sometimes when I'm doing the pulls. Sometimes I like the oval punch. I mean, I just like different stuff, don't you? And they're not real expensive. They're not like buying that whole envelope punch board. Now, if you have an envelope punch board, you can do this on it. So, and I do have one, but I didn't want to have to drag it out every time. Okay, I like that. Now, I don't want to cover up all of this because I like that. So, I'm thinking I'm just going to put a tiny piece of something behind it. I don't know what yet. Let's see. I'm thinking, you hear the brain? No, I don't want a square and a square. So I guess I'll go back to my book page. This is just some scraps of that old book page that I got from Rachel. And these little pieces are going to be kept to stamp on. No, I don't like that book page with that because it's almost the same color. So we're going to grab one that's a lot lighter. Let's put that there. Tear a little bit more of this off just so that I can see more of my background page. And then I think I'm just going to put it down like that. But I am going to ink around mine because I like that look. You can ink or not, it doesn't matter. Some people stitch. You can stitch around these. That's very pretty. There goes another low-flying airplane. Please make it to your destination and don't land on top of my house. I'm getting a little nervous about that airport over there. It used to just be a small little airport where, you know, only little small planes could come in, and now they're landing jets over there. So, and they go, in order to land on one of the runways, they have to go right over the top of my house, which is, and they're pretty low when they do, because once they clear the top of my house, the trees, then the airport landing strip is right there. So I get a little antsy, especially since everything's been happening lately. Okay, I like that, but I think I would like a label or something right in here. I'd like a little skinny label. So that's what I was talking about today. The airport. Now no, that's purple and that's blue, so we can't do purple and blue, or we're not going to. We can. Let's do this one, but it's got a little plain part at the top right here, and I think I'm just going to trim that off. Make it a little bit skinnier. Don't be afraid to cut your labels and stickers and things. They're still going to look good. And if you cut it and it doesn't look good, you can always just glue it back together. Yeah, I think that'll work right there. Okay, anything else we want to put on here? You can keep adding and adding and adding and just make a whole little collage out of these if you want, but I don't want to cover up all of the pocket, not pocket, well it will be a pocket, but all of the background, I don't want to cover all that up. Let's see. I may just bring that right on top like that. There we go, and I've still got plenty of my bag showing. And then on the inside, I'll probably, again, put a little writing spot maybe. I may put a flip-up writing spot on the inside. That way, they can still see the bag. And this side, I'll probably do another little cutout bird so that I don't show quite so much, or don't cover quite so much of my bag. I'll get my words straight in a little bit. Just give me time, give me time. Let's see. Do we want to do this side? Isn't that cute? I love that bird. But I think I am going to trim him. Now, I'm going to trim it and then cut this part out because you guys don't need to see this. You know more about trimming than I do because I'm not very good at it. But I'll be right back. Okay, got him cut out. And I did cut off one of his little toes, and he said, ouchie. And I said, I'm sorry. And he said, don't worry, I can still hold on with the ones I got left. So we're all good. Okay, we're definitely going to have to put something behind that because he kind of blends in a little bit, doesn't he? That one's okay. So let's do a little piece of that. So even though I'm not doing the series today, this is just another way you can use up some book pages or book page scraps. I have plenty of scraps in my stash. In your journals, just use them for like backing. See, he shows up much better when I use a little bit of book page behind him. And then I still have my bag showing there. So let's see, let's grab a different type label. And I got some of the sweetest friends to cut all these for me. And then she even put them in, you know, separated them and put them, the colors together, and sent me these little things too. She didn't have to do that, but she did. Okay, I think I might use those two. I'll put the top back on that one. The other day I left the top off and I ended up hitting it and tumping it upside down. Tumping it. My husband used to laugh at me when I'd say tump it. He'd say, "What in the world is that word, tump?" He said, "I didn't know that word existed in the English language." I said, "I just made it up." It's like dump and, let's see, what would you put together? Tumble and dump, I guess. I don't know. Tump it. Tump it over. I have Monday, I've been practicing. I have a new envelope, and we're going to do this, and we're going to use some book pages on it. So make sure you tune in on Monday. I think you will like it. Well, that says Australian Christmas tree. Now, if you get any of my projects and you find a book page in your project that has a dirty word on it, I am sorry, but I don't take the time to read over all of these books, so just cover it up with something. I try to glance at them when I put them down, but when I put a whole book page down, there's no way I can just stop and read everything. So if you find one, just put a little sticker over it or something. Okay, bone folder. Hello. Now, somebody asked in the video where I got these bone folders. These bone folders are in our store. They said, "Where did you get your bone folder, your square one?" These are in our store. And I love, love, love this thing. It's, you know, I love this one. This is the first one that we got. And I love this one. And they're Teflon too, so they're not going to break. And they're pretty thick. I love it, but when I hold this one for a long time and do a lot, it messes with my arthritis in my wrist. So I can do a few things with it, and it does make a wonderful crease in your paper. So I use them both, but this one is it's supposed to be ergonomic and arthritis safe and that kind of thing. I don't know. I mean, I don't have any trouble with it, but I love it. And I do believe we have more in stock, if I am remembering right. I'm going to put that up there. That says 1926, and I don't know what the first part says because I can't read that language. And then I'm going to put a little number down here just to make that look like that's a little specimen card. And he is number 12. Little birdie. All right, there we go. I like that. Like I said, inside I'll probably put some small cards, maybe even something see-through so that you can still see the back. Vellum would be cute on the inside. You know, you can write on vellum. So that's another one. All right, let's use them in a tag form. I knew I had some over here somewhere. Okay, these are the time cards. And I'm going to use this blue side, and I'm not going to cover it up completely like I normally do. As you've seen the other day, using these is a lot of fun when you don't cover the whole thing up. And I don't know that I'm going to use book page. I think I'm going to use paper. Some pretty paper. Let me grab some pretty paper. Now, Alicia has a brand new digital. Absolutely gorgeous. That girl is going above and beyond on making digitals lately. I mean, she makes digitals a whole lot prettier than I do. But isn't this gorgeous? This one is called Spring into Easter, and I just put it up this morning. there, and it does have, it is double-sided. The back side is just a light purple. I haven't printed mine double-sided yet, but look at these. I mean, they're gorgeous. I told her, I said, you're going to have to stop. And she's like, why? And I said, because you're making digitals much prettier than anything I can make. Look at that. Look at that hat hanging up there. I mean, these are gorgeous. I love them. So it's 16 pages altogether. And I think we're going to use some of this. Look at that. Oh, I mean, I love all of this. You know, I like my ledger pages and all that anyway, but when you've got a cluster like this, as a matter of fact, I'm going to use that one. Look at there. I mean, what could be prettier? So, well, there's another one. Have I printed that twice? I think I printed it. No, that's a different one. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this one is a different one. This one is called Welcome Spring, I do believe. And that one is 16 pages. The back side is a light pink. So there's that. That one. That one. That one. Ooh, love it. That one. That one. And that one. Well, we got another one there. I don't think I have them mixed up, but anyway, isn't that gorgeous? So, welcome spring, and then spring into Easter, and then this is her fancy Valentine. If you've got a Valentine you want to make a little journal or something for, this one is in there. It's also 16 pages, and I'm just flipping through real quick. You guys have probably seen this one. It's been up for a little while. Okay, and then this one is Cupid's Bakery. It's very pretty. And this is I printed this accidentally on regular copy paper, so it's a little bit lighter than it normally would be, because my regular copy paper is just cheapo copy paper, and my 28-pound paper is HP paper, which is the best that I have found to print on. So those are her digitals. You guys go and grab some. Now let me tell you something. I have had quite a few people that has asked me, are you ever going to start back printing and shipping digitals again? You know, I told you both of my printers had messed up, and neither one will print edge to edge. They both have a little tiny white border. It's about maybe 1/4 of an inch or a little bit smaller. It's probably a little smaller than 1/4. Probably, I don't know, whatever's smaller than 1/4. You know, I don't know my measurements that well. It's teeny tiny though. It's about like that. So I can print them like that, and if that's okay with you, I'll print them all day. But don't get it and then complain about a little white border that you have to trim off. I'm sorry. That's the only thing I can do right now. I'm fighting with both companies to try to get my printers fixed, but so far I'm not having any luck. So anyway, that's my story. So I have put the digitals, the printed digitals, back up, but I have put a big note out there that says they will have a little white border around the edge. It won't go 8.5 by 11 totally. When you trim it down, you'll have a little bit less. So anyways, let's see. I think I'm going to go with some of this, and I'm just going to tear it. I'm not going to, I can print this sheet again. And I did print some for a sweet lady yesterday or day before that asked me, could I please? And I did. And I told her, I said, I can print them, but they're not going to be borderless. She said, I don't care. I'll trim it. I just need them printed. So I did, and I shipped them to her. So, you know, if that's okay with you, then you can go right in and make your purchases. I think I'm going to bring it over a little bit and wrap it around. I'll put that there. And then, where is our birds? Where did they fly off to? Anybody see which direction they flew? There they are. Ooh, I like that one with that. Okay, this is what I'm going to do, I think. And also someone, and I'm trying to answer questions as I do this. Someone asked, are you ever going to start having Friday freebies again? The only time I stopped was when I was so sick that I couldn't make them. I have been doing Friday freebies for a while now. So they're on the new blog. So all you have to do is go over and find the photo of the one that you want. Or I tell you what, you go to journalsbyme.com, and if it doesn't work with your AT&T phone, then you're going to have to go into a different browser. That's the problem. My site is totally secure. I have had multiple ITs check it and they say it's absolutely secure. So go in to the site, journalsbyme, all one word, .com. Go up to the top where it says freebie. Click on that, and it's going to bring you up all of the freebies that I have put up, all of them. All you have to do is go down through there and click on the photo of the one that you want to download, and then go all the way down. When that page pulls up, go all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see a download button. You just click on that, and it downloads right to your computer. I don't know about phones now. I don't download anything on my phone, so I don't know how it works on your cell phones or things like that. So I don't know. You may have to ask somebody that's a lot smarter than me about that. But I do know on computers, laptops, that kind of thing, that's how it downloads. Okay. I'm not 100% sold on that. Like that. I kind of like the bird, but I think I would like him better if he was cut out. So guess what? Yeah, I'm going to cut him out. Be right back. Now, I don't know why AT&T, and I think AT&T and maybe Charter, they try to block my site from everybody, because I got some messages from a lady that said, I have Charter, and Charter keeps telling me that it's a suspicious site. And I said, well, it's not. I have, you know, I've gone back and forth with our IT people and the people that set up my blog, and they said, no, it's 100% secure. We've got, you know, we've got all of the bells and whistles on there that you need to have it totally secure. I've got a firewall. I've got the antivirus things. I mean, I've got everything on there. So I know it's secure. It's just that AT&T and Charter just don't like to let it open, I guess. So I usually tell people just go to a different browser. Even if you're on the same device, open a different browser and try it that way. And a browser is like, well, what is it like? What is a browser like, people? My mind just went blank. My mind's blank. Somebody put in the comments what a browser is. My mind is so blank. It's not even thinking right now. So anyway, you should get a lot of messages telling you what a browser is, because I know, I just can't think of it right now for some reason. So I think we'll put the bird like that, and maybe another label down here at the bottom. Some days my brain just goes flat, and I can't think. And I'm going to wrap a little bit of that around. Not a lot, just a little. Those birds are very easy to cut out, by the way. It looks like I got two labels on there, but I don't. I think it's just the way it was trimmed. Alright, and then I'm going to put him on there like that. And see, that label gives him something to kind of stand on. Because, you know, you don't want your bird floating. They fly enough. You don't want them floating. Oh, mate. Now I'm going to have to look, see what a browser is. It's bugging me. Oh, Lordy. Some days. Somebody asked me last night on the video, said, do you have any more stories about your brother? Oh, I have a ton of them. it's just gonna, you know, like I told you before, I'm not good at just pow. I'm thinking about something to tell you. It kind of has to come to me. And I'd have to think a little bit if I just try to do it on my own, but I'll definitely have some more soon because we had some amazing stories about both of us. All right, just looking to see. I think I want to do a little bit of something else up here, but not much. I might just put that little. This is just a little piece of vellum that I think one of you guys sent me some of those little tickets. I think I might put that right there. But anyways, yes, I had plenty more of all of my brothers, all 4 of them. I just have to remember them. And I have more of Brookie lately. She's between her school and her horse and everything else, and then she's helping her daddy on Saturdays to build her fence and everything for her horse so that they can move it home. They've about got everything built. They got the supplies thanks to you guys, and they've just about got it fixed to where they can move Miss Millie home. She will be so excited when she gets that horsey moved to her house. She wants to go over every day to see her, and her mom said, I can't, I'm not going to take you over there every day, because it's from their house, it's about maybe 20 miles. From my house, it's like 3 miles. So she'll say, well, take me to Nene's house, and Nene will take me. Because she knows I will. I take Millie apples pieces when I go over there too. I chop her up an apple and take it to her, and she loves it. She sees us coming, she comes galloping up to the fence, and she's ready for her treat. She's such a sweet little horsey. Okay, I love that. And that's going to be a good size, I think, for our journal. I can never get my ruler the right way up. Yeah, 8 1/4. It's going to be a great size. And on the back, I don't think I'm going to cover that because you can write on that. If I am, I'll cover it when I start putting everything in my journals. So let's do another one of those. That was kind of fun. This time we may go with the pink side. That'll leave this side to be written on. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, where shall we start? That little birdie's cute. We may start with you. And yes, I have some birds cut out that my friends cut out for me, but I'm trying to use the freebie. Just to give ideas, you know, how to use them, how I'm going to use them, things like that. But you guys probably make much better use of them than I will. Right now my brain is on shallow mode. I love that. Now that looks cute right there. You know what I might do with him though? Let me think. I might back him with a little piece of paper and then have it another little pocket in here. Let's try that. I also might use some doily, coffee dyed doily. This is just some coffee dyed paper or tea dyed, I don't know which. I didn't dye it, someone else did. So I'm going to move him over so I'll have room to fold those back, and we'll make a little pocket out of him. I'm so thankful that I'm back to crafting. I know I've said that before, but you guys just do not understand, I don't think, how bad I felt and how much I wanted to be out here crafting. I mean, this is my life since my husband passed, and you know, I try to keep myself busy with this so that I don't think about him so much. And I mean, it's when I couldn't, I was miserable. I was just, even though I was hurting, I was still miserable in other ways. I just wanted to craft. And I would get out here and try, and I just get so sick and feel so bad I'd go back. And Alicia, my daughter's fussed at me and said, Mom, you've got to just rest. I said, baby, you don't know how hard that is for somebody who's worked all of her life. I mean, I've worked all my life. I don't ever remember not working. I took off long enough to have my babies and stayed with them for the first 6 or 8 weeks. And then I went right back to work. I started working when I was 5 years old in the cotton field. And I worked every day, just like the big kids did. My mom made me a little pig sack. We was working in the cotton field, and my mom made me a little pig sack out of a flour sack. Back then, when you bought lots of flour, cooking flour, you got it in a pretty sack or a bag. It was cloth bag, and had a drawstring at the top of it. And so my mom made me a little pig sack out of one of those, because, you know, I couldn't pull the pig sacks, the big ones, like they did. So she made me a little small one and used the drawstring at the top. That was what I put around my shoulder to pull it. And I went out there and picked cotton just like the big kids did. I didn't know, I thought I was a big kid. I didn't know any better. I didn't know I was just 5 years old and doing that kind of stuff. And then at the end of the week, my dad would pay me just like he paid everybody else. And usually, you know, I got a little handful of change, which was fine with me, because at that time a little handful of change went a long way. And I didn't have any bills. I was only 5, so I was tickled to death to get a handful of change. Oh, no, 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 Edith, don't put glue there. So that's how my life was when I was a little girl. And I mean, you know, a lot of people say, oh, I look back on my childhood and I hate it, I regret it. I don't, because my dad taught me the work ethics, taught me how important it is to work when you say you're going to work, and be there when you say you're going to be there, and not take off for every little thing. I'm going to put another little piece of paper on that because it is sticky, and it'll close up my pocket. So, because my dad was a worker, he worked from early morning till late night every day, except Sunday. He did take off on Sundays, but every other day he was working. And even when he had 3 strokes in a row when I was in the 2nd grade, I'll never forget it. And the 3rd one deemed him paralyzed on one side, because he was completely paralyzed on one side. And, you know, I'm in the 2nd grade, and my dad's disabled. My mom's trying to make a living for everybody, and my brothers, of course, they were a lot older. And I stayed home with my dad and took care of him, because he couldn't even get up and walk to the kitchen to get anything to drink or eat. And, you know, so I was it. So I stayed home and took care of my dad. I climbed up in chairs, fixed his breakfast for him, and give him his medicine every day. But even when he got a little bit better, you know, he was still paralyzed, but he got to the point, he started going to chiropractors, and he got to the point where he could walk a little bit. He still couldn't use his arm, but he could walk some. So he would still get out and work with that, you know, being half paralyzed. He worked all the time. So I think all of these people, lazy bums, who lay around and draw their disability and there's nothing wrong with them, I think they should be cut off in a heartbeat and made to get out and get a job. Where in the world did I get on that tantrum? Law? I didn't really mean to get off on that. Oh, Lordy. That's just the way I feel. And I just, you know, somebody might not agree with me, but now if you're really disabled, like my husband was disabled, he couldn't work. Since 2005, he was not able to work up until he passed. He couldn't, you know, he could barely stand long enough to wash a few dishes for me. So he was just not able. Now, if you're just not able, that's a different story. But if you're just sitting at home and drawing off of the government just because you're too lazy to work, then I think you should be cut off. because those are my tax dollars that I've worked all my life and paid in. Well, I got to get off of this. Oh my goodness, I'll have people unsubscribing because I'm ranting and raving. No, it's just the way I feel. It's the way I believe. And I look at it, if I can work, anybody can work. Because I am not, I'm not in bad health, but I have days that I'm really not able to get out here. But I get out here anyway, because I'm not just going to sit around and let my life pass me by. Nope. Oh, I like that on there. These are some little labels that one of you guys sent me. I love those. And since I did it upside down, I might put some little something here. What do you guys think? See, we got a little pocket there. And I left it to where it'll be a little expandable pocket. That's why I folded the edges in. But then I think I want something right here, because if I don't, all of that's going to be upside down. Let's just put a little piece of book page there. Whoops, that stuck to my finger. So cute. Now, this book page, I don't know, I think it's the 1700 one or 1800, but it feels so good. I don't think it's rag paper, but I think it's pretty close. It just has a different texture than our pieces today, than our books today. All right, let's put that right there. And then I'm going to put that there, and I may come across here with the label just to kind of bring everything together. Oh, let me see what this is. I forgot what was in this little container. I ordered it a while ago, and then I forgot. Oh, this is some of that, what do you call this? Some of that tape that, I don't remember what it's called, but we're going to use a little piece of it. Somebody tell me what this is called in the comments. I tell you. I told you the other day that my brain is just totally gone since I've taken all this medicine. It has just fried it. I think these are like sizes on something. I'm not sure. Somebody tell me what this is. But I love those little pieces. I don't want to throw those away either. And it's already aged, but I'm just going to put a little bit of vintage photo on it. I had forgot that I ordered that, truthfully. And I saw it laying there and I thought, that's pretty. I know, you guys are saying, oh my word, I wish she would go back to where she doesn't talk anymore. Now, I don't know where I got that exactly, so I can't leave you a link. I think I got it off of Etsy or eBay or something Bay a long time ago. I don't think these, I thought these were stickers. Are they stickers? Got some that are stickers and some that aren't, but I don't know if this one is or not. Yes, it is. Oh, I'm loving that. Now I just need a label. Let's see, I don't want a red one. I don't want a blue one. Let's try a... Oh, that was smart. See, the top was off. I didn't put the top back on and I dumped them all. Well, I guess I'll play pickup in a little while. I think I'm going to put the little label right there, and then I may put another one down here. Yeah, I dumped them all on my floor. And I just want to bring it down a little bit so that all of my little lines up there won't be exactly even. So there's that. And then let me glue this down a little bit better so it doesn't get hung on anything. I think I want a little one down here, and I may just grab a little piece. I'll tell you what, I'm going to stamp something. I'm going to stamp on here, I think. I don't know how that was stamped. I may have to stamp the back side. The front side is a little bit shiny, but let's just try it out and see. These are some stamps that I got off of Amazon a long time ago. I had completely forgot that I had them in my stash. I found them yesterday when I was cleaning something else out. And the good news is I found 2 sets of them. So I will be doing a giveaway with 1 set. Now I'm just using some of my vintage photo. I didn't know how this would work, so. But you could use a more permanent ink if you want. Let's do 9. I want to do 8 all the time, but let's do 9. And they come in their own little box. Isn't that neat? I know. The other side already had numbers on it, but that wasn't what I wanted. I think I'm just going to put that right there on the bottom. Hopefully you can see it. It looks like a little piece of tape that has a number on it. Now I could literally sit here and make this stuff all day long. I love it. Right, there is that. We have a little pocket. I don't know if I have anything that I could slide in that little pocket. Yeah, got a little pocket here. Slide that there. And then I'm just going to use, let's see, let's punch these to make them look like a little ticket corner. This is the punch that I got in stock today. It makes 3 different punches. You guys ready for me to stop talking yet? Oh me, make up for lost time, I guess. So there is that one, and then I'm going to leave the back. You can journal on that with no problem. I love it. Now, we're going to do one more thing, and then I'm going to let you guys go, because I will have been on here for quite a while. I have some of these that I also got in this morning, I think, and they're like, I guess, money pouches. I don't know what you call these, but anyway, I'm going to use one of these. I don't know if my birds are going to actually go on there or not. We may have to trim one out, but I thought about that green one right there. I love it. So I tell you, let me trim it real quick, and we'll come back and put this one down. You don't have to trim it. You can use the whole thing. I tried to give it to you where you could use on the card or not. So, well, my scissors slipped a little bit on this little pop knot up there, and I think I give him a flat head, but I think he'll still be cute. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Okay, what are we going to put behind this one? Because I do want a little bit of something behind it. What about another piece of this book page? Put it on this side this time. And I really need to bring him down to the bottom, because this was one that the little tail got cut off when I was putting it in my Photoshop to make them. His tail got cut off. I'm sorry, little birdie. Yeah, let's do it that way. And I'm going to wrap some of this around. Mr. Aaron is texting me again, so if you hear my phone, I apologize. He doesn't think that Nene should have anything else to do except answer his text. I like that wrapped around. Okay. Then, take our little birdie and put him right there. Now these little envelopes won't be in the store, but they will be in our packs that we'll be fixing up next week. So you'll be able to purchase the pack if you want. No, I'm not going to use another one of those. I think I'll put I think I want a flower up there. What do you guys think? If I have a flower that would work. Okay, I think I'll put that one up there. I know that might look strange. We've got a bird at the bottom and a flower at the top, but I think I'm going to leave it. Just trimming a little bit extra off at that stem there. And I'm going to put it over here. It's also got a little butterfly on it. And I'm going to go around it real lightly with my brown ink just to cover up that white. Because these, I think these are mine. And if they are, I forgot to put that little border around so that you could trim and still have a little bit of color in there without white. I think I forgot. Like that. I don't think I put any glue on the stem. Okay, then I'm going to put a little label right across the bottom of that stem so that it doesn't look like, you know, it's just floating on top of that little birdie. I'm going to use a contrast. I'm going to use blue instead of green. I don't want everything the same color. And I'll put that right there. Okay, that is that one. I love that. And then this little, now I did go high, high on that, so my little top, it's going to fold down, but it's going to fold part of that, and that's okay. We'll just glue it a little extra so that it'll stay. And then that can be a little pouch that we can put in our journal on a page. I like that. So there is that one. I love these. I could just go on and on. I think I will, but I'm not going to keep you that long. I need to get that other video done and up. So this is what we have made. Get some things out of the way. Well, we've made 4 good pieces today, so that's good enough for me. I would like to have 24 good pieces, but 4 is a start. Alright guys, I think that's it. I'm going to let you go, and I'll get these videos up for you in just a few minutes.